All right, welcome. Today, we're going to tackle a huge problem in software development. We're going to dive into a tool that's designed to bring some sanity, some real clarity, back to what's become a pretty chaotic world of code.
So let's just jump right in with this metaphor, because it's perfect. For so many developers right now, your own code base, the very thing you're building, has turned into this impenetrable black box. You see stuff go in, you see stuff come out, but the actual logic inside, the hidden connections, why something really works the way it does, it's just lost in this maze of complexity.
And this right here hits the nail on the head. AI tools can now spit out thousands of lines of code in just a few minutes. And hey, it might even work. It passes the tests. But there's a huge hidden cost: your understanding. The system is literally being built faster than any human can possibly grasp its structure.
And this has created these totally new ways of working. On one side, you've got this idea of vibe coding, right? Where you're just using AI to generate code super fast, focusing on the feel of it, the immediate output, not the structure. Then you've got agentic engineering, where AI agents are doing the whole workflow themselves. Both are all about speed, but man, they both come with this massive risk of just completely losing control of your architecture.
This chaos isn't just some abstract idea. It has a real human cost. It's creating friction and headaches for developers every single day. So let's meet a few of the people who are actually caught in the middle of this. First up, we've got Anna. She's a mid-level dev, and she just joined a team with a product that's been around for a while.
Her problem is so relatable. It's a classic, but it's even worse now. She has to go in and fix a bug, but she is terrified to touch anything. Why? Because the system is so interconnected in ways that nobody understands anymore. One little change could literally bring the whole house of cards down.
Okay, now let's look at the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Meet Tomasz. He's an indie hacker building a brand new project, and you guessed it, he's using all the latest AI tools to go as fast as humanly possible.
So Tomasz is living that vibe coding life. The AI is just pumping out features, everything seems great, at first. But then, after a few weeks, weird bugs start cropping up. The speed he bought himself up front is now costing him big time in what we call architectural debt. The foundation of his app is turning into spaghetti code, and he's starting to lose control.
And this slide just lays it all out there. On the left, that's the old school toolkit that both Anna and Tomasz are stuck with. Reading files one by one, asking a coworker who might remember something, or, let's be honest, just guessing. But what they really need, what we all need, is what's on the right, an instant, accurate map of what the code is actually doing right now.
But what if you could have that? What if you could get like an X-ray of your code base that instantly reveals its entire skeleton, all its connections, with just a click? Well, this is exactly where ArchToCode comes into the picture. This is the big promise of ArchToCode. It's all about taking that black box of code and turning it into an open book. It's about giving you back control, not by making you slow down, but by giving you a way to finally see and understand the very structure that's being created. So what is it? Put simply, it's a tool that uses AI to read your source code, and then it automatically draws you a map, an accurate, interactive map of how all the different pieces fit together. And the key thing is, it's not based on some document that's been gathering dust for 2 years. It's based on the reality of your code as it exists today.
And the best part? The process to get from total chaos to crystal clarity is unbelievably simple. You connect your code, you tell it what you want to see, and then you just start exploring the diagram it creates. It's designed to be totally frictionless.
So in practice, it's literally this easy. You point ArchToCode at your code. It can be a GitHub repo or a folder on your own computer, which is great for privacy. Then you get these pre-built prompt templates. You don't have to be a prompt engineer. You just pick what you want to understand, like, say, the user onboarding flow. And boom, this is what you get. But it's not just a static picture. It's a clean, interactive diagram that shows you the real logic in your code. You can click on any part of it, zoom in, and see exactly how everything is connected and how data flows. This becomes your source of truth.
Okay, so let's see how all this theory actually plays out in the real world. How does it solve those painful, everyday problems for developers like Anna and Tomasz, and pretty much everyone else on the team?
And that's the thing. It isn't a tool for just one person. It helps the entire team. For Anna, it finally visualizes that scary legacy code. For a developer like Piotr, who's afraid his next feature is going to break something random, it shows him exactly what his changes will affect. For a senior dev like Lucas, it reveals the true clusters in the code so he can refactor with confidence. For an engineering manager like Ava, it cuts down onboarding from weeks to days. And for John, the project manager, he can finally generate diagrams that actually make sense to stakeholders, building way more trust.
And the tool itself is incredibly powerful. We're talking more than 16 different types of diagrams, so you can see your system from all these different angles. Flowcharts, sequence diagrams, you name it. It works with a bunch of different AIs, and this is huge. It runs on your local code, so your company's intellectual property never leaves your machine, and it's always up to date with your very last commit.
Okay, so let's zoom out for a second, because fixing these daily headaches is critical, for sure. But this is also about preparing us for a massive shift that's happening in our entire industry. It's really about redefining the developer's role in this new age of AI. Think about it. As AI agents get better and better at actually writing the code, the most important human skill becomes architectural oversight. Your value isn't just about typing anymore. It's about defining, guiding, and checking the structure of the system the AI is building. You become the architect.
And this is where a tool like ArchToCode evolves into something more. It becomes what you could call an agentic guardian. It acts like the architectural conscience for the AI. Before an AI agent goes and makes a change, it can check the map to make sure what it's about to do doesn't break the rules of the system.
And this is how we solve the huge problem of agent blindness. You know, when an AI makes a change that looks perfectly fine in one single file, but it has no idea that it's just completely destroyed a core principle on the other side of the application. This Guardian provides that big picture context, so you get all the speed of AI without sacrificing the quality and sanity of your system.
And that really just leaves us with this one final important thought. In a world where AI is writing more and more of the code, the most valuable, the most indispensable role is going to be the architect, the person who holds the map, who steers the ship, and who makes sure the whole thing doesn't just descend into chaos. And that architect is you.